So let's welcome back to the channel. Let's go over a few pairs. So what I want to do today is just to break down the chart and reinforce some of the principles that we have constantly been talking about on this channel. So let's start with Euro USD today. So let's go on the weekly time frame. So what do we have? This strategy is basically break and retest, but with confluence point at a key level with a touch of a trend line. I would explain as we go further. So this is the weekly time frame. What do we see on the weekly? We have nothing much going on here. Let's go to the daily time frame. Okay, we're on the daily time frame. What do we see here? You can see this minor trend line formation here. Okay. So what the price do previously here? Price reacted off of this key level. Let's go to the 4-hour time frame. So now, when price reacted on this key level here, what did price do after that? Price began to shift and change market structure. So this was our entry positions. We had an entry opportunity here if the entry parameters lined up. So right now, what do we have? We have price that is just broke this level. So we should be looking at a retest for a continuation. We should be looking at a retest for a continuation. But for now, I don't think there's really anything much to note on Euro USD. So this is it. So basically, all we're looking for is for price to break this and make this move. So the only time a sell becomes really valid for me is if price goes back down here and breaks this, or if price breaks here, comes here, retests, and does this. That is, so you can, this is a more aggressive entry considering that the fact that you just have this major trend line, which you have this major trend line already here. Let's go to the next pair. GBP USD is also very similar. Price has broken this structure here and it has retested. So I think last week I took a position here also. Was it? Yeah, I'm not certain. No, I didn't take it. I didn't take it. I marked it out, but I didn't take it. Let's check USD JPY. Let's clear the chart. Let's start on the weekly time frame. So these are the, why I like to mark out all these extreme points is because you want to know where price is bouncing from. What is price doing? Where did price come from? So I mark this out. I know that this price has formed a triple bottom here. So any reversal signal here is very powerful because price has hit a major level on the weekly time frame. So now I like to also mark out the trend line. Let me know what price is reacting from also at this point. Okay. So price has been bearish on the daily time frame. Then it came up, hit this trend line, and sold off. All right, let's go to the 4-hour and see what we have there. Now, on the 4-hour, price sold off aggressively down here and hit this support level here. So price came down aggressively, hit this support, and is back again at that support level. Now, what is the best thing for us to do here? The best thing is just to wait for price to break this and continue this larger sell momentum, or ultimately break this and continue the sell momentum, or for price to begin to violate some of these levels. But also, as you can see, price is forming a left shoulder head and a right shoulder, which is a strong bearish reversal pattern. Another thing for those who are aggressive, at the break of this counter trend line, with confirmation of other confluences, you could have still taken this buy, considering that one, price had bounced off from this strong weekly support. It had also come here to form the double bottom, at least you take it up to this right shoulder level. That is for those who understand this pattern, but that is a more risky trade. So what we are looking at for now is for price to break this and retest, or for price to bounce off here and continue this bearish movement, which is possible because it has already hit a strong weekly support. So that is some of the things we can look out for there. Let's check Euro GBP AUD. Let's see, what do we have here? Let's go to the weekly time frame and analyze. There's nothing much on the weekly. The only thing on the weekly is that you can see that price was on this supply zone. It tapped into it and made that bounce. All right. I will delete that. It's not pertinent information now. So I will draw it this way. So price from this double bottom here, and also price on the daily has hit this extreme point. It has tapped into it and it started to sell off. Fantastic. So now when price has done that, what I like to do is to confirm the reversal, I want to see a change in the 4-hour market structure. Okay. So price has made that change. What next? Price has cleared this 4-hour trend line. Okay. So price cleared this 4-hour trend line, but now look at something closely here. Price formed this double top formation while clearing this trend line. So one of the strong indications here is what next? We look at this. Upon the break of this trend line and the change in market structure, you can start looking for sell positions. Because why? Why is the sell position, in my opinion, valid? I trade from levels to levels, and I look at how price reacts at the key level. Price came up to this bearish zone here and tapped into it, because this level is strong, because it was this level that made this push down. So price came into it, and if you see how price came impulsively out of it, but see how correctively it is going back into it. What I mean is, see the amount of candles. Let me see the amount of candles price is using to come down, but see how it is struggling to go up. Okay, so when price came into that zone again, it formed a double top here. Now it has broken that level, this neckline, so to speak, of that double top formation. So an aggressive entry, I don't even think it is aggressive, but it's to start to look for entry signals on this level. At this point, I would have actually looked for the trade on the 5 minutes time frame if other confluences lined up. Yeah, I guess it's lined, because if you look at this moving averages, I use a lot of things to confirm my entries. If you look at this plus the break of counter trend line, that was a very, very valid trade, extremely valid. And also, if you notice here, this is divergent, so that was a very valid trade. On the break of this, that was a sell signal. On the break of that, there was a sell position. So you can take it down up to this zone and wait for the break of this to continue the selling pressure. Let's just look at BTC as the final one. What do we have on the weekly? Let's look at this. We have this trend line. The price has tapped into. Okay. And when price tapped into it, it formed a double bottom. I'll just delete the trend line. I don't think it's useful now. Then price also came and did this. Okay. Just to recognize that this happened there. Interesting. Let's go to the 4-hour time frame. On the 4-hour time frame, I recognize that this level is an important level that if price breaks, the selling pressure continues. Now, knowing that this is what has happened here, you can start looking for, okay, if price actually came up here and gave you good bearish indication, you can sell. That's just it. If price comes down here, you can sell. Now, you can't start to buy from a position like this. Say price comes down here. You have to wait for a shift in structure. So say price comes down there and begins to create a structure shift, and you can look for maybe like a break and retest of those levels coupled with other confluences, then those kind of buys are valid. So for now, it's at a point of indecision. You just have to wait till and see how price develops. Thanks, guys.